Hello, my name is Evan Lentz, and together with Jill Denson, we took a look at the performance evaluation process of the United States Postal Service, or USPS. We first identified the formal performance process and instruments used by the USPS to evaluate employees and wanted to determine if performance measures related directly to and helped employees connect with their organization's mission and vision statement. We then evaluated the organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges from the perspective of a postmaster and the agency's strategic tenure plan. Finally, we make suggestions for the Human Resource Department to improve employee performance and better achieve organizational excellence. The Postal Service's mission is to provide the nation with reliable, affordable, universal mail service. The vision of the Postal Service is to continue its mission to bind the nation together in a digital and networked economy. The Postal Service uses a brief, hybrid, achievement trait-based evaluation form, Form 1750, for most of its employers' evaluations. Throughout the employee's probationary period, they are evaluated using this form at the 30, 60, and 80-day mark, with non-bargain units receiving one more year's end evaluation. The form grades on 6 different factors: work quantity, quality, dependability, work relations, methods, and personal conduct. The supervisor then grades them from unacceptable to outstanding, with space for the supervisor to leave comments. None of these factors offer a link to the mission, vision, or goals of the organization and are vague, overly simplistic measures. In fact, they aren't mentioned or even alluded to. The raters are instructed to study the behavioral examples given and, together with informal notes, assign a rating. In our assessment, Form 1750 is effective at measuring competence from an HR management perspective, but fails in its construction to encourage or inspire employees towards organizational goals due to the lack of connection with them. To encourage good performance, the Postal Service instituted a formal Pay for Performance, PFP, evaluation program in 2003. Since that time, they've struggled to keep the system fair. Both Postal Service and individual goals are assessed, with different stations having their own goals. An interview with a postmaster, Ms. Robin Rust, revealed that her region's PFP metrics were heavily weighted towards safety measures. Friction develops when the performance scores of assessing different goals are added together with other departments and stations to determine raises for all involved. The Office of the Inspector General found that 30% of individuals who had met their individual performance goals were denied raises due to team performance, eroding trust among employees. Another widespread issue was the subjectiveness allowed to supervisors in how they graded employees, allowing for favoritism to determine raises. Throughout the years, measured changes have been made to better the process. For example, proficiency requirements in oral communication and leadership skills were dropped in 2012 and replaced with metrics that instead were more in line with directing performance toward the Postal Service's strategic goals. Postmaster Rust said that the agency excels at training both new employees and veterans. Another strength was the ease of reporting practices for performance indicators. She also highlights a high level of accountability in place within the structure of the organization. In regard to the weaknesses, she notes that the aging infrastructure that sometimes interrupts workflow, service, and performance measures. Rust notes that third-party employees don't have the same high standards as career employees, and the inconsistent application of price changes for services that don't allow staff time to plan and implement necessary organizational changes. Opportunities identified are the capital investments into a new fleet of trucks that will improve service metrics and increase driver safety. Challenges include keeping up with an increasing emphasis on packages, creating strain regarding storage and processing. Changing regulation that often are cumbersome or redundant also demand valuable time to implement and monitor. The 10-year strategic plan focuses on how changes to their business model could improve their financial position and service delivery. Internally, they aim, among other things, to strengthen their public service mission. Echoing the concerns of Ms. Rust, variations in employment status, like third-party contractors, can challenge consistency in job accountability, performance, and service standards. Both Form 1750 and the PFP program and their implementation processes do not link the organizational structure or its employees to the current mission and vision statements. There would be a direct link to improved employee relations and organizational excellence if the above employee evaluation and performance forms were completely overhauled to reflect accurate, consistent, objective metrics that directly link to a strong, inspirational, and revised mission statement. Additionally, the formal performance appraisal should be reformed to streamline the process of how it's administered. Specifically, replacing subjective metrics with objective and job-specific metrics will increase performance. Supervisors should be trained in HR development to aid in more accurate evaluations that aid in the Postal Service's goal of building transparency and trust among employees. Lastly, the mission should be updated to better reflect the valuable human capital employed by the Postal Service, something that will aid employees in connecting with their new mission. A suggestion? 240 years strong and growing with our diverse public and employees, we serve to connect with each other, the economy, and the world in diverse ways to stay relevant into our future. Thank you.